Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Turn 3 Racing Network. As tonight we're here with the Ohio and Indiana Racing AMA Pro Cup Sports Series. They get ready to crown a champion tonight here at Homestead, Miami for the Bahama Strong 250. Thank you very much for joining me tonight. My name is K.R. Stolfus, and I will be your host for this awesome event coming your way. 250 miles till we know who our champion is, and that comes down to one of four drivers we will be watching very closely. The three-car team of Smoke Show Racing that have made it into the championship. That is Dustin German in the 99, Joshua Spalding in the 48, and Jerry West in the 86. And we would be remiss if we did not talk about the Lone Ranger out there. That is the 88, Dale Osmond. He goes up against three teammates, all working to try and be the ones win this championship. Smoke Show Racing does have Steve Baker out here to assist them. Baker, not one of the championship contenders, but he might be someone that plays a factor into helping getting one of his teammates to the finish line first. Dale Osmond, part of the Black Hawk Motorsports, will be relying heavily on his teammates as well. So it will come down to who can work together the best. Who's going to be the best driver? Who's going to be the first one across that finish line? The checkered flag wave. He becomes AMA Pro Cup Esports Series champion here tonight. Miami, no stranger to championship races. This is the home of NASCAR's championship weekend. They are fittingly in the Cup car. Watching a few drivers work on drafting down this backstretch at Miami. Progressive banking. Higher up the track you go, the more banking you're able to use. We will see these drivers running high, low, and in the middle here tonight at Miami. Qualifying getting ready to come at you as this practice session draws to a close. Single car qualifying here tonight. As the drivers roll out, we'll try and bring you their cars, each and every one. They will be going for the Hilton Crafts and Designs Pole Award. Right now, the 82 of Tyler Hilton rolling out on track. Tyler trying to get that 82 machine wound up. A winner just 2 weeks ago. Tyler picking up that win at Darlington, looking to get another one on the season. Even though he is not in a championship, all drivers out on the track have a shot at winning this race. It will come down to who finishes the best here tonight. Our championship four. Tyler Hilton, his machine up to speed, lays down his first qualifying lap. One machine of Dustin Ping rolling out. Steve Baker in the 55 right now on the pole with our fast time, a 31.422. So far, he is the only one down in the 31 second range. 86 of Jerry West, one of our championship contenders, finally out on track, and he's going to set a second fast lap time with a 31.467. The 48 machine of Josh Spalding trying to lay down his qualifying time. And Spalding's going to cross the line here with a 31.392. So Josh Spalding to the top of our qualifying leaderboard. 88 of Dale Osmond out on track now to turn in his lap times. Dale on the clock for the first lap. Dustin German working his way out on the track, so all four of our championship contenders looking like they're going to try and lay down a qualifying time, but Josh Spalding, for the moment, has the best seat in the house for the start of the race. Here comes Dale Osmond across the line, and Dale's time going to be good enough for first with a 31.356. So Dale Osmond trying to sit on pole. Now Dustin German in the 99. Can he respond? In the 99, find a way to get it on pole. Got to beat a 31.56. Up off of turn 4, that car looking very straight, and Dustin German, his time going to be good enough for 5th place here. Good qualifying effort for Dustin German. As we're going to step away for a moment and play our national anthems, no one go anywhere. We'll be back for our starting lineup.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as the drivers are starting to take to the grid. That means it is time to go through our starting lineup on row number 1. Setting a quick time here tonight, Dale Osmond in the 88 machine with a 31.356. On his outside, fellow championship contender, the 48 machine of Josh Spalding. Row 2, the 55 of Steve Baker with his teammate, the 86 of Jerry West, starting on the outside of row 2. Row 3, the 99 machine and final championship contender, Dustin German on the inside. On his outside, the 46 of Chris Mefford. Row 4, the 1 machine of Dustin Ping and the 82 of Tyler Hilton. Row 5, the 10 machine of Ben Quimby and the 11 of Demarius Hickenbottom. Row 6, the 19 of Cade Green and the 45 of Doug Wysocki. Row 7 will be the 3 machine of Doug Johnson and the 47 of Ray Bradford. And that will make up our starting lineup here tonight as the lights go out on the pace car. Field ready to go racing, 250 miles the scheduled distance. Dale Osmond in control of this field when the pace car peels away. Down goes the pace car, and very soon up will go the volume on the racetrack here as the green flag flies in Miami for the Bahama Strong 250. And Dale Osmond down to the inside trying to pull out a little bit of a lead here. Jerry West pushing his teammate Josh Spalding down the backstretch. Steve Baker not getting to the back bumper of Dale Osmond just yet, but is slowly closing the gap. As for the moment, Dale Osmond out in clean air, and he is going to come around and lead the first lap of the race, setting the tone for the rest of the field. They are going to have to deal with a very fast 88 machine here tonight. Josh Spalding, though, taking a peek to the inside. Nothing there yet. It's going to tuck in behind the 88. Jerry West in third. Fourth place is Dustin German, with Steve Baker rounding out your top 5. So your championship 4, all inside the top 4. Spalding taking a peek down to the inside here. Osmond running about the middle of the track, trying not to tear up or abuse his tires too much. Not trying to fight the car to get it down to the bottom, just letting it float through the corner. Spalding again continues to take a peek down to the inside, going into turn 1. But the look just isn't there, or the pass just isn't there. He just keeps looking. So the championship 4 all still inside the top 4. Meanwhile, in a 5th place, the 55 of Steve Baker, teammates to the championship 3 from the Smoke Show Racing. How will he be able to help his teammates? And can anyone that is on Dale Osmond's team get up to him and give him some assistance? Maybe help break up this Smoke Show pack of 4 drivers. The 1 machine of Dustin Ping on the inside of the 46 of Chris Mefford. Mefford in the outer lane, had the run down the straightaway. Tyler Hilton in the 82 machine, trying to find a route around the 1 of Dustin Ping. So far, all the drivers staying pretty close to single file. Got a good close grouping here. No one able to pull away just yet. further back in the field, the 4 machine of Ben Quimby actually scored 10 in iRacing. The 45 of Doug Johnson making a move to the inside of Quimby. Cade Green in the 19 as Quimby's going to get into the wall there. Breaking his momentum, the 4 machine scraping that outside wall. Going to lose 2 spots as Cade Green going to be able to get past as he heads off into turn 3. The 3 machine of Doug Johnson, right now he is in 12th place. Right behind Doug Johnson is the 11 of Demarius Hickenbottom. Meanwhile, up front, Spalding finally had a run on Dale Osmond through the corner, but Dale able to fend him off down the straightaway. So Spalding gonna try it again. And it has been the trend here in the first 10 laps of this race, as Spalding be a little bit quicker in 1 and 2. But Dale Osmond very good through 3 and 4. Five cars all running nose to tail. This 5-car group, 55 of Steve Baker in 5th place, has a 2.2 second lead over Dustin Ping and Chris Mefford as these two continue to battle. Dustin Ping now with a move to the inside of Chris Mefford. Drag racing down the front stretch, but now we see the 48 has managed to squeeze by the 88 of Dale Osmond. So Dale Osmond down to second, but it looked like the 48 with a bit of a wiggle coming up off the corner. And the 88 machine had a run down the backstretch. Can he make it work through 3 and 4 here? So Josh Spalding, new leader for the first time here tonight. Takes over the top spot from Dale Osmond. Now Dale under attack from the 86 of Jerry West. And Jerry sends it down to the bottom into turn 3. And Dale's starting to lose some spots here very quickly, as now the 99 of Dustin German takes a peek to the inside. And Dustin German completes the pass, moving into 3rd place. Steve Baker in the 55. Now he's going to try his hand at making a move past Dale Osmond. And the 88 not putting up much of a fight. Still very early here in the race. Baker down to the bottom into 1 and 2. Going to complete the pass, and Dale Osmond slides into 5th place. We're working lap 15 of 167. Fuel and tires are roughly about 30 laps here at Homestead, Miami. We're about halfway through a fuel run. Now is about the time when we see who has been able to save some tire, not abuse their equipment, and still able to keep some speed in their car. Last lap for our leader, Josh Spalding, was a 32.705. His best lap was a 31.524. So just over a second of fall off here. Hale Osmond did set the fastest lap of the race with a 31.498. You gotta wonder what kind of abuse that put on the tires. He has now fallen to 5th place and continuing to lose a little bit of ground to his championship rivals. He is now 1.8 seconds off the leader. Still a lot of laps to go. Gonna have a lot of pit stop action coming your way tonight. Want to give a shout out to everyone watching on YouTube here tonight. Thank you very much for joining us. Miss Linda, as always, glad to have you aboard. Virtual Racing Network stopping by to say hello. Glad to see you out there. And Chase Berry, who can't find the right broadcast. That's all right, Chase. I understand. It's hard to read sometimes. 14 cars started this event here tonight. 14 cars still running. Doug Wysocki in the 45 machine. Right now he finds himself in 9th place. Cade Green in the 19 machine right behind him. Rounding out your top 10 with Doug Johnson in the 3 and the 11 of Demarius Hickenbottom. Hanging up a 4-car group right there. Tyler Hilton in the 82 machine. Right now he is in 7th place. Tyler started in 8th, has advanced his position 1 spot here tonight. Trying to close in on the 1 of Dustin Ping. Dustin Ping in 6th place. The 1 machine having a good race so far. Everyone's staying very clean here in the opening stages of the event. We did see Ben Quimby get into the wall a little bit. Checking in on our top 3 drivers right now. Dustin German sitting in 3rd in the 99 machine. One of our championship contenders. Jerry West right in front of him in 2nd place. And then in front of Jerry West, our race leader, our 3rd contender to talk about, that is Josh Spalding. Spalding has been out front now for 11 laps. Hale Osmond leading all the laps up until Spalding got around him. And now Josh Spalding has really poured on the speed and opened up a gap of just over a half second. 48 machine coming around to complete another lap. That time by Spalding turned a 33.070. Remember, his best lap so far tonight has been a 31.524. And we are really starting to see some fall off on our tires now. We're getting close to that 2-second mark. And we will start seeing these drivers hit pit road here in the next few laps. Might even see someone try and short pit. So Josh Spalding, who started outside row number 1, 48 machine, finding its groove here in the long run that we were in. Another lap led for the 48 machine. We have been caution free so far. Steve Baker in the 55 machine, finding himself in a 4th place. Rounding out our top 5 is Dale Osmond. So Dale, right now, 4th place of our championship contender. Check in on the 46 of Chris Medford. Medford, no stranger to trying a different strategy on pit road than what everyone else is doing. Medford started in 6th place, has gone backwards a little bit. Right now he is running in 8th. And Chris Medford in the 46 is going to be the first one to head for pit road. So green flag pit stops firing up here in the Bahama Strong 250. Spalding in the 48 machine, continuing to open up the lead that he has, and he is going to make the break for pit road. So the 48 brings it to a crawl. Dustin German, Jerry West, they are going to stay out. And Josh Spalding on pit road. Our first championship contender to make the break for pit road. Dale Osmond going to follow suit. Down the backstretch, Dustin German and Jerry West. Looks like they are not intending to slow down for pit road just yet. The 55 is Steve Baker sitting in 3rd place. Content to follow these guys for the moment. Ray Radford on a pit road. Cade Green on pit road. 4 tires look to be the order for everyone hitting pit lane. And now Dustin German in the 99. Going to make his break for pit road. The 86 of Jerry West, not ready to stop just yet. He's going to try and stretch a little bit more out of his fuel tank. The 55 of Steve Baker follows his teammate on the pit road. Ray Radford in the 47, rejoining the race, going 2 laps down here. We'll get one of those back here very quickly. And the 86, stretching it another lap, because if you are going to hit pit road, you must hit pit road at the apron for turn 3. Tyler Hilton in the 82 from 2nd place. Going to make his break for pit lane, and the one of Dustin Ping, Doug Wysocki in the 45 coming around as well. Spalding in the 48, closing in very quickly on his teammate. Spalding going to unlap himself here. Old tires versus new. Good example of what that looks like right there. But Jerry looking like he is going to try and stretch his fuel as far as he can go. And now the 86 slows onto the apron. And he makes his break for pit lane after almost 34 laps. The 4 machine of Ben Quimby slowed down the backstretch. Quimby, another driver who had not pitted yet. That 4 machine might be out of fuel. And the 86 into his pit box. 4 tire stop for him. Josh Spalding going to come around and take over the top spot once again. Now the 48 back out front. Jerry West down and away, but he is dropping down the running order. The 88 of Dale Osmond during that pit stop cycle was able to get around the 99 of Dustin German. And now Dale Osmond into second place. He is 6.1 seconds off the race lead. Spalding really having a big lead here. But Dale Osmond not trying to track him down too quickly, but is gaining on him some. He is now right at that 6-second mark. Dale's last lap was a 31.916. Josh Spalding turning a 31.964. So very competitive on lap times for those two drivers. So with Spalding having such a big lead and this field as strung out as it is, he can start managing the gap here a little bit, maybe try and stretch his fuel some. Maybe figure out a way to make one less pit stop than everyone else should this thing go green the entire way. So your championship 4 as they run, Josh Spalding, your race leader. Right behind him, the 88 of Dale Osmond. He is another one of our championship contenders, finds himself in second place. Osmond dealing with the 99 of Dustin German, who's our third championship contender right now, running in third place. And Jerry West in the 86 machine finds himself all the way back into sixth place as he was on a very long run in that opening segment. Jerry taking a peek to the inside of Chris Mefford. That will put Jerry inside the top 5. So Jerry got about 33 laps on his last fuel run, stretched it further than anyone else. But in order to do so, gave up a lot of time. We'll see if this strategy will work out for him. Meanwhile, Dustin German taking a look to the inside of Dale Osmond. German still on the inside of Dale, unable to make the pass down the backstretch. Dale going way up high in 3 and 4. Going to get that car wound up with a good bit of momentum down the front stretch as these two race it out for second place. It looks like Dustin German in the 99 going to move in to second. Dale falls to third. Top 3 drivers are 3 of 4 championship contenders. We have had one car drop out of the race. For the moment, that is the 10 machine of Ben Quimby. Ben has gone behind the wall. We'll see if he comes back out. We've been caution free so far here tonight. Spalding opening up a bit more of a lead here now at 6.4 seconds. One car off the lead lap. That is the 47 machine of Ray Radford. Ray would be the first car one lap down. Should we get a caution, that means he would get the free pass. That would put all 13 running cars on the lead lap. During practice, I saw a lot of cars come off turn 4 and get sideways, smash the inside wall. And this was as they tried to go deep into a tire run for their practice laps. But with the field pretty well strung out right now, Dustin Ping and Tyler Hilton, one of our closer battles. Dustin Ping ducks in behind the 82 of Tyler Hilton, using that draft down the front stretch to try and pull him along. Meanwhile, we got a 3-car battle here. That is the 3 of Doug Johnson, the 45 of Doug Wysocki, and the 11 of Demarius Hickenbottom. We go on board with the 11 machine. The progressive banking here at the Homestead Miami track really allows these drivers to find a groove, find a lane that works for them. As your tires wear out, maybe try something a little bit closer down to the white line. If you haven't been running down there, you might be able to pick up some speed. And vice versa, if you've been running down on the white line, maybe drift up the track a little bit, see if you can find a little bit more momentum as you get closer to the wall. This battle right here between these 3 cars, that is 10th place Doug Johnson, 11th place Doug Wysocki, and the 11 machine in 12th place Demarius Hickenbottom. Back up to 2nd place, the 99 machine of Dustin German. Once he got around Dale Osmond, he has opened up a 1.1 second gap on the 88 machine. But he is still losing ground to teammate Josh Spalding, our race leader in the 48. Spalding now flirting with a 7-second lead here as he continues to pour it on in that 48 machine. Dale Osmond winning our Hilton Crafts and Designs Pole Award. But the 48 paid no attention to that little statement by Dale Osmond, and now the 48 has been out front for 32 laps with about a 7-second lead. Spalding coming up on some lap traffic here in the next few laps. That is Doug Johnson, Doug Wysocki, and Demarius Hickenbottom. The 3 cars in view for Spalding. We got 1 driver on pit road. Once again, the first one to hit pit road, that is the 46 of Chris Mefford. The green flag pit stop starting again. Dale Osmond going to hit pit road. So our first championship contender on the pit road for our second pit stop of the night. And this one is an early one for the 88. Trying to get those fresh tires on there, trying to make up some lost ground on the track. 48 continuing to cycle around. Tyler Hilton on pit road, Kate Green on pit road. Doug Wysocki making his pit stop. Spalding in the 48, not showing any signs of slowing down here. Now last time, Jerry West went 33 laps on his first tank of fuel. Went further than any other driver. How far will the 86 push it this time? He gave up a ton of track position to try and run as deep into the fuel run he could. Doug Johnson in the 3 on pit road. Ray Radford making his pit stop. Spalding not showing any signs of slowing down. He ain't got time for a pit stop. He's got a championship to win. Dustin German in the 99, still sitting in second place. Jerry West now into third. Those three drivers not hit pit road yet. Steve Baker in a fourth place. Also another driver who's not slowed down for pit road, but the 55 is going to make the break for it this time. So Steve Baker heading for pit road from fourth place. The 55 makes his second stop of the race. Here comes the 48 machine of Josh Spalding. He's going to slow down for pit road. Dustin German in the 99, making his break as well. Jerry West in the 86, going to stay out once again and try and stretch this fuel as far as he can. He did 33 laps last time. If he can continue that same trend, he's got about 5 or 6 more laps before he has to hit pit road. Dale Osmond on those fresh tires, gonna spurt right on by in that Sun Drop 88 machine. Dale Osmond now scored in 6th place. From the 86 of Jerry West. Maybe trying to stretch this to where he does not have to hit pit road. Or maybe one less pit stop. Been trying to do the math here. And you know what? I can't do the math in any way that I can make sense of just yet. But Jerry West obviously has a plan. He is still out there, able to stretch his fuel further. And it sounds like he's doing so by pulling the clutch in into the corners. Two other drivers who have not made a pit stop just yet. The one machine of Dustin Ping finds himself in second place. and the 11 of Demarius Hickenbottom, right now sitting in third place. These are the only three drivers who have not made a pit stop just yet. Hickenbottom in the 11 up to third. Doug Wysocki in the 45 going on by. Dustin German in the 99, coming around to unlap himself. German sitting in sixth place. Dustin German does have a bit of work to do to catch up to Dale Osmond. He's got 5.8 seconds to make up on the 88 machine. However, Dale Osmond has only got to make up about 3 seconds to get to the back bumper of the 48 of Josh Spalding. And when all of this cycles through, Spalding's lead will have been cut in half. But Jerry West still not showing signs of making his stop, but the one of Dustin Ping brings it to a slow, and he is on pit road. So Dustin Ping got all he could out of it. Now he is on pit road to make his second stop of the night. The 86 of Jerry West really stretching this one. We'll see if he comes down pit road this lap or next one. Dustin German is closing in on Dale Osmond for second place once Jerry West comes to pit road. That was a 5-second gap. Now is down to 4.1. Dustin German digging hard here to close on his competitor. Meanwhile, Josh Spalding in the 48 has opened up a 5.6 second lead over Dale Osmond as the 86 of Jerry West on to pit road here on lap 66. So the 86 getting the most out of each tank of fuel as far as mileage. We'll see if that continues to anything in the later stages of the race. So Josh Spalding to the front once again. Has been your race leader for 39 laps in total so far. Dale Osmond running in second place with a 6.7 gap behind the race leader. Dustin German closing in quickly for second place on the 88 machine. Steve Baker in fourth place finds himself 12 seconds behind the race lead. And Chris Mefford in the 46 rounds out your top five. So everyone has made their pit stops on this cycle. We are now looking at 8 cars on the lead lap. Cade Green in the 19 machine. Last car on the lead lap. Josh Spalding starting to get bigger in his rear view mirror. With Spalding trying to lead this thing. He has had a pretty clean race. Has had a commanding lead for most of it. Different strategies have seen different leaders throughout this event. They've had 6 lead changes, no cautions so far tonight. This race could be over very soon, very quickly. We don't get a chance to slow down. Man, turning 31-second lap times to 33-second lap times. That is a very quick race here. But the 48 now closing in on the 19 of Cade Green. That'll give us 7 cars on the lead lap when he makes that pass. Speaking of 7 cars, in 7th place, our 4th championship contender for the moment. That is the 86 of Jerry West. So each time Jerry tries to stretch his fuel as far as he can, he gets closer and closer to going 1 lap down. He is making a move on the 82 of Tyler Hilton. That will be a move for 6th place. And Jerry is faster by about 1 second per lap right at the moment than our race leader. So he is the fastest car on the track right now. The 19 of Cade Green has gone 1 lap down, but the 1 machine of Dustin Ping has managed to unlap himself by virtue of having a little bit fresher tires. So we still have 8 cars on the lead lap. Cade Green has gone 1 lap down. Dustin Ping able to drive around the leader. He is now the last car on the lead lap. We are working lap 76 of 167 here tonight. Championship night, the Bahama Strong 250. A lot of pressure being put on our championship floor. And a lot of pressure being put on Dale Osmond right now as the 99 machine of Dustin German has caught up to him. This is a battle for 2nd place. Dustin German's going to complete the pass coming up off of turn number 4. So Dustin German moves into 2nd. Dale Osmond down to 3rd place. But now Josh Spalding has an 11-second lead over his teammate Dustin German. It looks like the 47 machine of Ray Radford gonna bring it to a slow and hit pit road. Demarius Hickenbottom already on pit road, being serviced by his pit crew. So the next round of green flag pit stops kicking off here. But Spalding really enjoying this 11-second lead. And it really seems like the only way to beat this 48 machine here tonight is to do it through an off-sequence strategy of some sort, because no one has put up a challenge on that 48 ever since he took over the top spot. Spalding has been out on track this run for about 22 laps. Here in the next few laps, he'll be coming down pit road. Cade Green in the 19 on pit road. Marius Hickenbottom has gone behind the wall in the 11 machine. That will be 2 cars that have dropped out of the race here tonight. Ray Radford in the 47 is sitting on pit road. We'll see if Ray Radford rejoins the race or if he is going to hang it up for the night. Dustin German, Dale Osmond making a pit stop at the same time. They're going to hit their pit stalls and go to work for a tire stop for both drivers. Tyler Hilton on the pit road as well. Dale Osmond with a better pit stop is going to come out in front of the 99. Dustin German. Steve Baker making his pit stop, so is the 46 of Chris Mefford. Now the 48 of Josh Spalding has a 21-second lead over second place Jerry West. And the 86, right now he is in the thick of a battle between Dale Osmond and Dustin German. He moves out of the way for his teammate. Tucks in behind him, gonna use a little bit of a draft there to pull him down the straightaway. The 86 washing way up the track there. Got up out of the groove and had to recover. Now our race leader on the pit road. Here comes the 48. Slowing it down. The pit road speed of 50 miles an hour. Jerry West in the 86 going to come around and take over the race lead. Jerry, who has been able to get 33 laps on each tank of fuel, shouldn't he be able to continue that trend somewhere around lap 99? I just don't know if this is the best strategy move, but it seems to be working well for him at the moment. I just cannot figure the math correctly. Dustin Ping has not made a pit stop just yet. Jerry West and Dustin Ping. Meanwhile, Josh Spalding in the 48 has the lead of all. Dale sitting in second place has a 2-second lead over Dustin German. The 82 machine, Tyler Hilton, running in 6th place. He is the first car 1 lap down. Battling with Chris Mefford here. That is a spot for position between these two, and that is a very important battle for these two. They fight to be the first car 1 lap down to try and get the free pass as the 46 gets into the outside wall. Mefford got very loose coming up off the corner as he tagged that wall. Had to chase the back end of the car. We almost had our first caution of the night. But Chris Mefford starting to put the pressure on Tyler Hilton. Mefford and Hilton pitted very similar times. So equal footing on their tires here. Gonna try the high side. While Josh Spalding has opened up an 8-second gap to Dale Osmond. He is closing very quickly on the 86 of Jerry West. Now just under 10 seconds and taking over the race lead from Jerry West. That means Jerry will probably lose a lap when he makes his pit stop here. Mefford does complete the pass on Tyler Hilton. These two drivers going to unlap themselves. Jerry goes to the high side. Tucks in behind Hilton to use a little bit of the draft down the backstretch. That gives us 7 cars on the lead lap. The one machine of Dustin Ping. First car 1 lap down. The Dustin Ping in 8th place. As I mentioned, the first car 1 lap down. Our leaders are well and truly spread out right now. Jerry West, our race leader, is a 5-second lead over Josh Spalding. That gap is closing very quick. In about 3 more laps or so, we'll probably see Jerry West on pit road. But Spalding might be able to catch him before Jerry hits pit lane. Spalding turning a 32.241 last time around to Jerry West at a 33.685. Well, just about a second and a half per lap faster. You can see Josh Spalding out the back of the 86 machine to go on aboard. Spalding really getting bigger in a hurry. Jerry's going to try and stretch this as far as he can. His strategy, I believe, is to try and make 1 less pit stop than everyone, as this race does have that long run feel to it. Maybe even having the possibility of going flag to flag without a caution. Very big gamble by Jay Weezy here. Gamble by the 48 as well. I mean, these drivers are out there really trying to make the best race that they can. The 48 of Spalding is going to get to the back bumper of Jerry West. This is a pass for the lead. Spalding dives down to the inside. And once again, Josh Spalding to the front. Jerry West in second place. When he hits pit road here, he's got to try and get on and off pit road as quick as possible. But I have a feeling that he is going to lose a lap in the process, or guaranteed to lose a lap in the process. But he might be able to come back out with those 4 fresh tires and unlap himself. Jerry trying to make it one more lap here. He has really stretched it. This is the furthest this 86 has gone on this tank of fuel. And now the 86 on to pit road. So from second place, Jerry West making his pit stop. He will go a lap down here, but when he comes back out on track, we'll have some of the freshest tires, and he might be able track down the 48 of Spalding and unlap himself. We just got to wait and see how this race plays out. Very interesting to see this long run strategy being employed versus what the 48 is trying to do. The 48 is hitting his pit stops before he runs out of fuel, but when he feels that his tires have given him all that he can get out of them, he is pushing as hard as he can. The 48 is driving as hard as he can. Jerry West trying to drive conservative, carefully, stretch it as far as possible. You could almost say it's a battle of slow and steady versus hard and fast. And only one of them can come away with the race win. So Jerry West did go that one lap down. 4 tires stopped for him, down and away. And Jerry now has to catch up first to the one machine of Dustin Ping, as Dustin Ping's going to make the break for pit road here. Ping on a very short run on this time, only doing 15 laps before he's come back down pit road. Hopefully no problems for the one machine of Dustin Ping, and he can get back out there. Maybe just a scheduled stop to put him on one more stop for the race. Your race leader is Josh Spalding. Hale Osmond sitting in second place. Dustin German in third. Those 3 drivers are our first 3 championship contenders. Jerry West all the way down into 7th place. 1 lap down for the moment. Steve Baker riding around in 4th place in that 55 machine, and Tyler Hilton rounding out your top 5. Tyler Hilton still in a battle with the 46 of Chris Mefford. Spalding trying to lap these guys once again. So Josh Spalding has had quite a good season. Let's Not selling this season that Spalding has had short by any means. One race win. He picked that race win up at Dover. But he has had 11 top 10s and 4 top 5s, so a very solid top 10 car week in, week out. As Tyler Hilton in the 82, he is going to make his break for pit road. Dale Osmond on pit road as well. So again, Osmond, one of our first championship contenders to hit pit road. Dustin German staying out this time, but he is now going to make his break for pit lane. So Dustin German on the apron. 48 of Spalding. Managed to get by the 46 of Mefford, and Mefford going to hit pit road. Doug Wysocki on the apron as well, so green flag pit stops truly underway right now. And Josh Spalding is the only car at this moment on the lead lap. Jerry West in second place, one lap down, but closing in on him very quickly. As you can see, Spalding just up ahead. Jerry able to drive into the corner a lot harder than the 48 can. He is on fresher tires. And Spalding gonna hit pit road. 86 of Jerry West. Oh, as Josh Spalding has missed pit lane. He has missed the apron, and the 48 has got to go around again. That is big time trouble for the 48 machine. Let's back this up, go to our turn 3 instant replay here. And the 48 onto pit road. Too aggressive for the entrance on the apron. Washes up the track. An amazing job of driving through the grass without losing it. So the 48 is the first driver to really make a mistake of our championship contenders on the track. He is now on to pit road. The 86 of Jerry West in second place, but he is on his way to take over the race lead. This is really going to hurt the 48 here tonight. We'll find out how bad that is going to hurt him when he rejoins the race. But Jerry West has the race lead now. Spalding getting up off pit lane, getting up to speed on the apron. Dale Osmond in the 88, closing in quickly on him. So Josh Spalding maybe won't lose a spot, but he had lost a lot of ground. And you see that green and yellow Sundrop 88 behind Josh Spalding here. So, good news for the 48 machine. He had a huge buffer between him and Dale Osmond. The bad news for the 48 machine, that buffer is gone. Now, Dale Osmond has been running a shorter pit stop cycle than Spalding. The Dale has been hitting pit road sooner than the 48. Now this is maybe the chance that the 48 needed, or I'm sorry, the 88 needed to try and take advantage of a short stint, get on fresher tires, and find a way around the 48 machine, because as far as people trying to stay on this stop as often as possible strategy, the 48 machine has been the fastest driver. Jerry West in the 86, he is out front right now. And his strategy is not necessarily any worse or better. It's just very different than what the rest of the field is doing. And I believe the 86 is going to try and make one less pit stop than everyone. He is heavily off cycle from the rest of the field. But he's only going to make one more pit stop, so this 86 machine might have figured it out. I don't know. But Jerry West is your race leader, has been for 34 laps here tonight. If Jerry West can win this, he will have done it on strategy and how this race has played out. He would have played this race very well. Played it like a fiddle. Chris Mefford in the 46 machine is the last car on the lead lap. Dustin Ping in the 1. First car one lap down. Mefford in 7th place right here. You can see Jerry West in the 86. Mefford has unlapped himself. Doug Wysocki still one lap down. A 45 machine right behind Chris Mefford here. Doug Wysocki in 10th place. We do have 3 cars out of the race here tonight. Demarius Hickenbottom in the 11. The 47 of Ray Radford. And the 10 of Ben Quimby. Those 3 drivers down behind the wall with an early exit. This race is starting to draw to a close. Spalding in the 48 and a motor on past for the race lead. Jerry West back into 2nd place. Jerry having led 37 laps so far. Josh Spalding in the 48 takes over the top spot. Now we will see how this pit stop strategy plays out. Everyone's going to have to make one more stop from here. Spalding was able to catch up to Jerry West in 9 laps from his pit stop. I don't know, guys. I do not know what strategy is the right one here, but I can tell you the 48 has been driving as hard as he can right now. He has a 2.8 second lead over Jerry West. Jerry West in front of Dale Osmond by 3.6 seconds. So 3rd place, Dale Osmond closing in quickly on the 86 machine. Dustin German right now in 4th place. So as things sit, all 4 championship contenders inside the top 4. Josh Spalding, your race leader. Jerry West sitting in 2nd. Dale Osmond in 3rd. And Dustin German in 4th. Those are your championship contenders. All sitting right there with Steve Baker in 5th place. Very similar to how we started this race. Our championship 4. And then Steve Baker. .55 of Steve Baker, 5.6 seconds behind his teammate Dustin German. So our front 5 very spread out right now. And then all the way back to 6th place, Tyler Hilton. He is 14 seconds behind Steve Baker. So the field has really been stretched out. Tyler Hilton, last car on the lead lap, as he is about to be lapped by Spalding, as Spalding down to the inside here closes in on him very quickly. Tyler Hilton goes down to the inside. Spalding gonna try and run that high lane. Gets into the throttle here. And Hilton stays down low. Spalding gonna get the momentum from that high side. Now we're down to 5 cars on the lead lap, with Steve Baker in the 55 being the last car on the lead lap. Another driver who has just gone behind the wall, that is the one machine of Dustin Ping. And Dustin Ping seems to have had some internet connection issues. He has dropped out. Hopefully he'll be able to rejoin the race. If not, that leaves us with 10 drivers out on the track right now. Of those 10 drivers, 5 of them are on the lead lap. Spalding is your race leader in the 48 machine. Jerry West in 2nd place. Dale Osmond in 3rd, Dustin German in 4th. Your championship 4 right there inside the top 4. Steve Baker in the 55 machine rounds out your top 5. Gary West in the 86. About 3 to 4 laps from coming down pit road. Dale Osmond in the 88 trying to battle with the 86 for 2nd place. Now Dale Osmond to the inside, down the backstretch into turn 3. He is going to be able to put the power down, as Jerry is just on older tires here. But Jerry, with the crossover, not giving up the spot just yet. And now Jerry's going to return the favor. But Dale really got a good run up off the corner. And the 88 machine now into 2nd place. Looks like this time he is going to be solidly in 2nd place. Gary West down to 3rd. Dustin German, meanwhile, 4.7 seconds behind the 86 machine. The The 3 machine there of Doug Johnson, he is 2 laps down in 10th place. But Dustin German on to pit road. Final pit stops underway here for this event. Dustin German going to be the first one on pit road. And that is going to be an advantage for the 99. He is down and away. Now when will the 48 hit pit lane? And will he have learned his lesson and not overshoot it? Spalding has an 11-second lead over Dale Osmond. The 48 machine has had a solid race here tonight. Has been out front for 85 laps and counting. Jerry West in the 86. He has made his pit stop now. So Jerry West on pit road. And now the 48 and the 88 have to respond to their championship contenders. But Spalding gonna stay out once again. So when will the 48 and the 88 pit? We've had 2 of our 4 contenders on pit road, and here comes Dale Osmond. The 88 machine on the pit lane, leaving just the 48 to hit pit road. And Dale hard on the brakes there, got a little sideways, but was able to keep it in check. And the 48 of Spalding, who did have an 11-second lead over Dale Osmond before Osmond came down pit road. Chris Mefford, Tyler Hilton, they are down on pit road as well. Steve Baker in pit road. And here comes the 48 from the race lead. Josh Spalding. Not as aggressive this time onto the apron. Brings it down onto pit road. Down to the speed limit of 50 miles an hour. The 86 of Jerry West. Sitting in second place. 1 lap down, but when he passes Spalding, he will be back on the lead lap. And I do believe that the 48 of Spalding is going to be able to get down and away and up to speed before Jerry West can come around. But it is going to be very close. Maybe not as close as I thought. Spalding down and away on the apron. Jerry West crossing the start-finish line now. And so Josh Spalding in the 48 making his final stop of the race should we stay green. He gets up to speed. He is going to have an 8-second lead over Jerry West in second place. So the 48 of Josh Spalding from Smoke Show Racing with the race lead on what could be the final pit stops of the night. Everyone being able to make it on fuel from here. So Jerry West into second place, just over Dale Osmond in the 88. Dale just under 1 second behind him. Dustin German rounds out our championship 4. He is in 4th place. He is 1.8 seconds behind Dale Osmond. So 3 of our 4 contenders still within striking distance of each other. Dale Osmond closing in very quickly on Jerry West. Osmond trying to make a move to the inside. West on the outside, and Dale Osmond with a whole head of steam into the corner. Drag racing down the backstretch. And Dale moves on by into second place. That will put him not only in second place for this race, but second place in the championship. But Spalding has opened up his lead to a 9.6 second gap. As Dustin German falling a little bit behind here. He is now at a 3.166 second gap between him and teammate Jerry West. So the 48 on cruise control now. We're getting closer to 20 laps to go into this event here tonight. And drivers out on track. Started 14 drivers here tonight. 5 cars still on the lead lap. Steve Baker in the 55 machine rounding out your top 5. He is 22 seconds off the race lead, and with a lap time of a 31.712, he is about 10 seconds ahead of Josh Spalding. Jerry West in 3rd place, keeping Dale close. Dale not able to pull too far away from him. One little mistake from the 88 could cost him a spot in the championship here. Meanwhile, the 99 of Dustin German continuing to lose ground to the 86. German is now 6 seconds behind. But Spalding has really put a spanking on the field here tonight. Been out front for 100 laps and counting. Started on the front row outside. Took over the lead in about 11 laps. And really has never looked back since. Jerry West led as he was on a different pit strategy. But once this 48 took over the race lead, no one has been able to pass him on track. As the laps are really starting to count down now. Field very spread out. 86 of Jerry West has even lost a lot of ground to the 88 now. Jerry West 2.5 seconds behind Dale Osmond. But Dale just not able to make any headway on Josh Spalding in the 48. Meanwhile, Dustin German, he has fallen way off the pace as well. The 99 machine trying to conserve some fuel to make it to the end of this thing. Steve Baker in the 55 closing in on Dustin German very quickly. Doug Johnson running on track behind the 55 of Baker. Johnson in 10th place, started in 13th. Right now he does find himself 2 laps down in this event. Another driver 2 laps down in 9th place. That is the 45 of Doug Wysocki. Doug started in 12th. Kind of had an up and down race. And right now he finds himself in 9th place. Gonna have another top 10 out of that 45. Doug Wysocki scoring 7 top 10s so far this season. Looking to add another one to it. In 8th place is the 19 machine of Cade Green. Cade also 2 laps down. Cade Green having a solid season himself. 1 top 5 finish, 6 top 10s. Came into tonight 10th place in the points standings. Dustin Ping just ahead of him in the points. And with Ping dropping out, this might be the opportunity for Cade Green to gain some ground and a position in the final race of the season, put himself into 9th place in the points standings. Up in 7th place, the 46 of Chris Mefford. Chris Mefford 1 lap down, battling hard quite a while with 82 of Tyler Hilton. And with 9 laps to go, Tyler Hilton in 6th place is the first car 1 lap down. That puts us up to 5th place. Steve Baker in the 55 machine has caught the back bumper of his teammate Dustin German in the 99. German, who has gone very slow here, trying to stretch his fuel, has allowed the 55 to close in on him. And Steve Baker in the 55 machine making a move to the inside. With 8 laps to go, Steve Baker gonna slide into 4th place. But Dustin German going to battle back hard on the outside. But into turn 3, Baker going to drive it in deep. Slides up in front of Dustin German. Dustin German with a good run through 3 and 4, going to pull it down to the inside. And once again, these two go at it into the next corner. 7 laps to go. Josh Spalding has a 13.6 second lead over Dale Osmond in second place. Osmond enjoying a 4-second gap over Jerry West, as these two teammates battling for 4th place here. Baker this time with a good run up off of 4. Puts a gap on his teammate. And now Steve Baker solidly into 4th place. But Dustin German really drove it in deep this time. Got into 1 and 2 a lot better than his teammate. And Steve Baker back to 5th place. So this is a very heated battle. We're looking at 5 laps to go. Spalding in the 48 has a 13.9 second lead. A lot of drivers now starting to worry about their fuel strategies. Everyone trying to play it a little conservative. Spalding, however, is still pouring it on, trying to squeeze every little bit out of that car that she will give him. Three more times around here at the Homestead Miami racetrack. 3 more laps remain in the Bahama Strong 250. The AMA Pro Cup Esports Series presented by Ohio and Indiana Roofing is 2 laps away from being put in the history books. Josh Spalding looking to become a champion in this series 2 more times around. Spalding wants nothing but the white flag to be flown here. Steve Baker and Dustin German continue to battle with each other. White flag is in the air. Final time for Josh Spalding with a 14.5 second lead. Final lap on the season for the AMA Pro Cup Esports Series. Down the backstretch for the last time. Josh Spalding looking at 1 more corner to become the champion. And Josh Spalding up off the corner. Nothing but clean air for the 48. And Josh Spalding is going to win the championship and the race. Dale Osmond in the 88. Off of turn number 4. Here he comes to set himself into 2nd place with a solid effort. Jerry West in the 86 going to come across the line 3rd. And Dustin German in the 99, our 4th place finisher and 4th championship contender, sets himself with a solid finish and a solid season coming to a close. But the 48, the big winner, your championship winner, your race winner, Josh Spalding, getting it done out here tonight, as he is going to celebrate by creating a smoke show. While we watch him celebrate, guys, we'll set up our post-race show. No one go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. As we are here for our post-race show, we've got a chance to talk to our 4 championship contenders, and we're going to start with our 4th place finisher here tonight, Dustin German in the 99 machine. Dustin had a great race out there tonight. Very solid, clean race. Went flag to flag, and you come home 4th place here tonight. Tell us about your race.
Yeah, we kind of practiced for a different kind of setting for the race this week, so we were kind of throwing a curveball when we got into the room. But I mean, it was a good curveball because the track was, really came alive. You had more grooves to run on, and it was kind of loose instead of being tight. So I was real happy to see that. I wasn't expecting it to go green, but it did, and we kind of got off on pit strategy a little bit and try to make it up here and there, but just happy to see my teammates, one of my teammates win the championship, and we're able to bring it home for us. A little bit disappointing, but it is what it is. It's been a good season.
Well, Dustin, 4th place on the race, 4th place in the championship. Looking forward to the next season. You got a lot to build on. What are you going to work on in the off season here for the AMA Pro Cup Series?
Just trying to find a little bit more speed, man. This Cup cars, it's kind of our first season anywhere with these Cup cars, and it's kind of thrown everybody a curveball. I think a lot of people, or some people's got a upper hand on it, and other people don't. So just try to work on overall speed over a run, and work on the pit strategy a little bit, maybe.
All right, Dustin. Well, congratulations on the 4th place for the season and in the race, man. Nice job out there tonight. Any shout outs or thank yous?
Yeah, shout out to UKR and Turn 3 Racing Network for broadcasting this thing, and Ohio Indiana Roofing for putting this thing on, man. It wouldn't be possible. It's been a long season. It's been a good one. Very exciting. A lot of drama, a lot of racing. But yeah, and Mike Massengill, Tyler Hilton for putting it on, all the people that join every week, all the people that watch every week. It's been a fun run, man. And SRTV on the hood. About it, man. Appreciate it.
All right, Dustin. Well, we'll let you go. We'll let you celebrate with your teammates and have a good time tonight.
Yeah, thanks, bud.
Dustin German bringing it home 4th place in the race and the standings. Now it's time to move on to our 3rd place finisher. That is the driver of the 86 machine, old Jay Weezy himself. Jerry, congratulations on 3rd place here tonight. You had a different strategy than everyone else out there. You made one less pit stop. Tell us about your race here tonight and how that strategy was, how you came up with it.
We were just trying something different. Wasn't it's tricky here. You wasn't for sure. You don't know if it's going to go green or not. So at the beginning, in hindsight, I wish I wouldn't have done it, of course. But at the beginning of the race, you don't know what's going to happen as the race goes on. So we thought we'd try something different, and yeah, it didn't work out too good for us.
Maybe not for the win, but a 3rd place in the championship standings. Not a bad place to finish overall.
Well, I mean, first or last is how this race plays out here. So, I mean, if you're not first, you might as well just say, hey, man, at least I tried, But other than that, yeah, there ain't no second, third, or fourth here.
Well, you did end up leading 37 laps here. A solid run by the 86 here tonight. You mentioned that you wanted to try something different. So when you tried that, was there a time where you thought maybe you should switch it up, or were you just committed to it once you came up, and saw we were going to stay green?
Yeah, well, you don't know if the caution is going to come out or not, and you kind of stick with it. You make the call early, and you roll with it until you have to change it, So, yeah, there was times there where I thought, it was going to be a close finish. And then there was times where I thought, maybe we can win this thing. So, the emotions were all over the place trying to figure out what was going to happen because you didn't know when that caution flag is going to come out. it usually comes out about 10 to go, so I was kind of wanting it to come out this time. But we also race. There's a race within a race as well too. We're racing for rookie of the year. I believe me and Dustin are in that, and every spot matters. Then we was only separated by I think point 0.3 of a position. So I was kind of salty when I heard him, tell Steve Baker he was going to give him $10 to let him finish. So really, Steve had four lap fresher tires, and Dustin said, "Hey, I give you $10 for that 4 spot." So I hated to see that because we were racing each other, and Baker said, "Hey, man, I want the money." So he let him go, but yeah, it kind of let me down a little bit because I like to race for everything, but it is what it is. And it's going to be tough, man. I don't know how they're going to do it. Tyler's, I don't know how they got it because I won the 2 races that Dustin didn't show up at. So, I mean, that kind of would have really made a difference there. So I'm not sure what's going to happen there, man, but we was really going for it here tonight, and we went the wrong way.
Well, still a solid third place finish for you here, man. Any shout outs or thank yous you'd like to give?
Yeah, man. Shout out to Ohio, Indiana Roofing, and everybody that is behind this over here. Everybody that pitched in, for all these races we done. I believe it was 19 or so. So thanks to all the people that helped sponsor this season, man. It was awesome. We won a lot of races here. So we got to give a big shout out to the Bahama Strong 250. Homestead's a fun track, man. We had a lot of fun out here tonight, regardless of where we finished at. It was a good track, man. Just wish we had a caution at the end, man, because that one mistake, we kind of regretted it at the end, man. But definitely Ohio, Indiana Roofing, all the admins, Smoke Show Racing, all my teammates, everybody that showed up this season, and SRTV Network, man, and UKR, buddy. Appreciate it, man.
You're very welcome. And once again, congratulations on third place here.
You got it, buddy.
Now it's time to move on to our second place finisher. That is the 88 of Dale Osmond. And Dale, we talked with Jerry. His strategy was try to stretch it as far as he could. It seemed like your strategy was that you wanted to be the first one on pit road every time. And Dale, good enough for second place here tonight. How are you feeling about your race out there?
Oh, man, I feel good about what happened during the race. I don't feel so good about the finish. Yeah, my pit strategy was okay. I just wasn't fast enough to make it work.
Well, the 88 was able to bring it home in second. And, at times it seemed like maybe it was going to work out for you, as different strategies got played out. But that 88 sat on the pole, winning the Hilton Crafts and Designs Pole Award here. So an early statement to these guys, bringing home second place here. I'd say a good solid run and a good solid season for you. You picked up 3 wins this year and a lot of stuff you can hang your hat on this season.
Oh yeah, it was definitely a nice solid season. Probably the best I've had in the league. Just disappointed with the second place finish here versus the only spot that matters.
All right, Dale. Well, congratulations on second place. Any shout outs or thank yous you'd like to give?
Yeah, the Ohio and Indiana Roofing Company, they made the season possible. It was awesome. Everybody that shows up here every week. I mean, this is one of the best leagues around for sure. Our admins, Tyler and Mike, they do an awesome job every week with Mike up in the booth. My family for watching. They've watched every race this year, I think. And thank you for broadcasting.
You're welcome. And again, congratulations on second place here tonight.
Thank you.
And now it is time to move on to our race winner, our championship contender. That is the 48 of Josh Spalding. No longer a championship contender. You are a championship winner, Josh. Nice job out there tonight.
KR. It was a lot of fun, man. It was intense. I'm still sweating like a pig, and sure am damn happy to be in victory lane.
You led 117 laps out here tonight, a dominating car. You saw a different strategy from Jerry West. You saw a little bit of a different strategy from Dustin German and Dale Osmond, but you weathered it all. Fastest car out there almost every lap. How you managed to open up a huge lead on these guys, but we saw you overshoot the pit entry one time. Tell us about what was going on right there and how much did you kind of pee yourself right there?
Definitely, there was a lot going on that missed pit entry. I was extremely pissed off at myself. I led off and started braking at the exact same spot as the last few pit stops, but it just didn't grip getting in there. And I think it was all in all a good recovery just to head back out on the track. Because once you get that, I didn't even come close to making that entrance. I slid out onto the apron, so I just dropped it to second and went out another lap and tried to get it back down there. But I probably lost 10 to 15 seconds or something like that. And the nerve-wracking part was, being able to talk to Jerry during the race on Discord and knowing that he was on that different strategy and just not knowing where I was going to come out. I thought for sure that gave him the win if it went green, though. I just got back at it and started focusing, hitting my marks, and worked out in the end. It was a lot of fun.
Well, Josh, an outstanding race for you, as this race had no cautions in it. Never did anyone get a chance to rest. The mental focus that it takes to do that for 167 laps, I'd say no one can fault you for missing your mark one time, because I think so far that was about the only time I think I saw you miss your line.
Yeah, no, that's the only thing the only X I had on the night was hitting that grass right there, and didn't even scratch the wall one time. I was really really enjoying the way the track was feeling, and it was kind of awkward at first because my teammates and I practiced all week for a night race, and Jerry was running away from us and no, so I was a little worried, but told myself today I was going to get in and do a lot of practice once the room opened, and I think I did 90 or 100 laps in practice, just trying to get a full fuel run in and knowing what the car was going to feel like at the beginning, middle, and end of a run. And I was just focused, and it just ended up paying off for me tonight. It was fun.
Well, Josh, man, congratulations on the championship. Any shout outs or thank yous you'd like to give?
Oh, for sure. UK already put on a hell of a broadcast. Ohio and Indiana, Roofing Company, couldn't do it without them. And Tyler and Mike, the admins. My cat right here is trying to get in the interview, but I really enjoyed racing against the guys this season, and it was very competitive, and really enjoyed tonight's race. It was a lot of fun.
All right, Josh, man, again, congratulations on the championship. Go celebrate with your teammates, have some fun, have a good night, and we look forward to seeing you next season.
Thanks, man. Will do. See you then.
Josh Spalding, your championship winner, your race winner, picking up his second win of the season. But man, did he make that second win count here tonight. We go through our finishing results. Josh Spalding winning the race, winning the championship. Dale Osmond, our Hilton Crafts and Designs Pole Award winner, bringing it home in second place. Gary West in third, Dustin German in fourth. And that is how they finish in the championship as well. Steve Baker in fifth place, Tyler Hilton sixth, seventh going to Chris Mefford, Cade Green finishing eighth, ninth going to Doug Wysocki in the 45, Doug Johnson finishing 10th, 11th is Dustin Ping, Demarius Hickenbottom finishing 12th, 13th going to Ray Radford, Ben Quimby will finish 14th, and as always, a special thank you and shout out to Mike Massengill for being our race admin here tonight. Guys, that is going to wrap it up for this season. Is going to wrap it up for the broadcast here tonight. I want to thank you all for joining me as it was our championship race for the AMA Pro Cup Esports Series presented by Ohio and Indiana Roofing. Links are provided down below to check out oiroofing.com. And I don't know about y'all, but I am tired. I'm worn out. This race was intense because I had no idea how it was going to shake out with all the different strategies. But in the end, Josh Spalding came out on top. And so that is going to do it for us. Thank you all for every time you come and hang out with me. And I look forward to seeing y'all next season. Have a good night, guys.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.